Have another recruit to discuss with you here, and this one is a fun one. This is Reese Alston, aka the son of Rafer Alston, one of the more fun, entertaining NBA point guards of all time. Reese Alston, much like his father, 6'1", 145-pound point guard in the class of 2027. So he has some time here to put on some more muscle, put on some more weight. But you get the point here. He's a very skinny, jitterbuggy little dancy point guard, much like his pops was. Reese is a four-star recruit, the 39th rated player in the class of 2027 per 24/7 Sports. He's from Houston, Texas, playing at Second Baptist right now. And he's on our radar right now because Kentucky is prioritizing Reese Alston right now. They're getting out in front of this 2027 point guard. Assistant coach Mikhail McLean went in to see Reese Alston this week. So Kentucky making some moves on Reese. For what it's worth, per 24/7, not a lot of high majors really all over Reese Alston right now. You got Texas A&M, Texas Tech, UCF, and Stanford. All of his other listed offers per 24/7 have come from mid-major schools. But as of this week, Reese himself tweeted out that both Texas and Kentucky came in to see Reese Alston. So it sounds like it's trending towards the direction of some of the biggest programs in the country getting involved. Have you seen any tape of this kid? What do you think?
I watched a little tape of him. A lot of similarity to his pops. Shout out Skip to Malou, all-time legend in my household. But he has a crazy handle, which you can imagine. I think the difference between him and his pops is he has a jumper, though, right? Like, because with Rafer, it was always like we knew no one could stay in front of him, but Rafer also didn't know what to do once they weren't in front of him anymore. Now, Rafer had a long NBA career coming from the And One mixtape tour, so like special performance. I'm not saying that, but what stopped him from getting to that following level is some of the like what to do once you create for yourself. I don't think Reese has that issue. Reese also competes on defense as well. Um, what I love about the Sun, like this era where like NBA players' sons are now playing college basketball. I said this about Jace and Jackson. It's clear that Jason's learning from his own mistakes of like, hey, it took me 8 years into my NBA career to develop anything more than just being a freak athlete. I'm going to make sure my sons don't. I think you see that with Reese and Rafer is Rafer was like, hey, here's what my weaknesses were. I know I can make you everything I was. Here's what you need to work on to be what I'm not. And I think you're kind of seeing that. The only one you're not seeing that with is Elijah Arenas, and that's just because Gilbert was a dog. And Gilbert could do everything. So, but I think you're seeing a lot of that with all of these kids' games. Cam Boozer has a three-pointer. His pops didn't, right? But he does everything else his pops did. So I think you're seeing that with a lot of these prospects. Most importantly, he goes by Little Skip.
He does go by Lil Skip, which is awesome. Obviously, Skip to my Lou was Rafer, his father's nickname, if you don't know. And Lil Skip is great. Yeah, his Twitter account is Lil Skip08. That's incredible. This video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. We have a special offer for you. Use promo code SLEEPERS, place a deposit, and Underdog will match your deposit as a first-time user up to $1,000 in bonus credits with a 50% deposit match. And they're giving you a free pick for the next 48 hours. And Dion, I know it has your attention.
It's Steph Curry to score 1 point in game six, an elimination game at the crib. That's what we do. We've been beating the Rockets for a decade. Night, night.
1 point from Steph Curry, you win your free pick. Promo code SLEEPERS. Make sure you don't miss out. Let's get back to the video. I can't believe you made it like 3 minutes into breaking down Reese Alston without saying what I thought you would lead with here. Has a unibrow. He has Anthony Davis up here. It just is. It is what it is. I just want to acknowledge that in front because it's a little jarring to watch. But no disrespect. It's just a thing that we got to deal with because it is weird. Like you watch him, the swagger is immense here. Like the way this kid plays, it's just like, oh my God, this is fun. And then it zooms in on him after he like sauces someone and drops them with a hezzy, and he just has a unibrow. It's a very jarring conundrum to watch play out. So the whole thing with him, I think, is just going to be size. because this kid's handle is ridiculous for a kid. I mean, even a college player right now, let alone a junior in high school or whatever he's about to be. He's insane. He has every move in the book off the bounce. He is super quick. It feels like all of these highlights are like mostly transition, get out and like force a steal and run. He's got bounce for a kid that's literally like what 6'1" and 140 pounds. Like I mean, he's above the rim finishing on a lot of these plays, like off 1 feet, 1 foot. It's impressive. I don't see a ton of the jumper, but I buy you on saying the jumper looks good enough. I don't have any issue there. I literally think it's size. He is so skinny, and I don't know if the frame is going to change all that much. Like you can put on weight, you can put on muscle. I think the best case scenario here is he's going to get to like 6'1", 170. And even that's probably like really optimistic based on how he's built right now. Maybe he has a growth spurt, maybe he gets taller, but even if he gets taller, it's going to be hard to put on more weight than that to me. Um, I could see a world where he's just not big enough to work at the SEC level. Now, that sounds crazy because we watched Tyler Ulis be the SEC Player of the Year at one point. It's doable when you're that skilled, and Reese Alston's skill is worth betting on for any program in the country.
Yeah, I think he'll do. I think if he gets to campus 6'1", 170, by the way, I think that bodes very well for him collegiately and at the NBA level if he were to make that leap. Um, Now I don't know if it will bode well for him as a freshman, but I kind of view Lil Skip as like a 2 to 3 year guy that if he gets there 6'1", 170, I think he could develop into a guy that might be big enough to handle the SEC. But I don't think he will be able to as a freshman. Obviously, he doesn't have the size at the moment. 145 pounds is that's small.
Should Mark Pope and Kentucky be prioritizing this early? Because I mean, we already saw it. They land a kid like a Caden Lewis, they just recruit over him. Does it make sense to be prioritizing a kid ranked in the 40s that's 140 pounds for the class of 2027 right now?
Um, I'm gonna say yes, just because I think if you get Lil Skip to commit, I think everyone follows suit, and then maybe he decommits afterwards. But he's the type of guy that, like, I think he will be a great recruiter for you. Now, if you want to keep him, we need to know about the dining comments. So that's going to be huge for Lil Skip is the chefs. And I think we're gonna have to make sure our chefs are in a position to help this guy out, and we gotta have to wait the strength and conditioning coach involved too. But I think if you get Lil Skip early, he's not a Trent Sicily. Like he will get Braylon Mullins of them to come to Kentucky.
And I mean, you keep saying it. His name is literally Lil Skip. So yeah, we're gonna have to let this one play out, and we'll see. But keep an eye on it. Kentucky after Reese Alston, aka Lil Skip.